Hello everybody and welcome back to the Loosey Goosies. And this is our final episode of season 2.
Woo! No,
I
I mean woo, but as in woo, we've made it.
Woo, we've made it!
Yes.
Turn into wolves. Woo! And we're going to end the series on a positive note. And
Yes.
we've made lists of positive things that we enjoy in life or would like to enjoy in the future.
Yeah.
I'm Jonny.
I'm Georgie.
And I'm Sam.
Just in case.
So this idea came up with this idea, and it was from someone else who gave me this, and then I made a list of, they're called 100 pleasures. And the way it was described to me is it's not kind of a list of things that are like, oh, I really like McDonald's, for instance, or that's a pleasure. It's got to be something that you wouldn't usually do on a regular basis. And they can be anything from having like an artisan coffee. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
like
artisanal coffee, yeah.
Yeah, in like like a beautiful mug, and it's made, and there's real time and effort put into it. And you take that moment to really take a lot of pleasure from drinking that coffee. So it's not just your regular coffee you have every day. 2, on the other end, so that's very inexpensive.
Yeah.
So the other end is a trip that you would, like a trip in the lifetime to, can't think of anywhere else in the world, Barbados or something, like a pleasurable thing. And from doing this, there's supposed to be 100, you will find sort of what you want to do if you're feeling a bit lost, or you're feeling a bit down or a bit depressed. It's sometimes really hard to think of things that are going to get you out of that state. So if you have a list that you can reference, that you write when you're in a fairly kind of good, jolly mood, you can be like, oh yes, I've forgotten that I like sound baths. I'm going to go sound baths.
Oh, sound bath.
Yeah,
yes.
crystal bar. I can go and do that and play with some crystals. Or,
Now, see, mine is slightly convoluted. I think Sam's is as well, because
might have misunderstood.
Well, we've written down pleasures not on that we don't do on a daily basis, but we're kind of in the ballpark, kind of.
Well, I think we've written stuff that we just like, whether it's stuff that we have done or we haven't done, or whatever, that we just really just makes us
Feel
purely
joy.
happy.
Basically, it's to give you the full nummies.
The nummies.
The nummies.
Oh, what a lovely word.
I
Put it on the
know.
list. To say nummies more.
Nummies, yeah. Maybe it should be called the nummies list.
The nummies list. 100 nummies.
100.
I mean,
I'm calling this episode Nummies.
Nummies.
okay.
Shall I go first?
Yeah,
With an
I
interesting
think
one?
just pull up like a few.
Yeah, I'm going to say an interesting one. Barbecuing meat.
Yes.
It's a strange one.
No,
to
I
begin
love
with.
that. And actually, on my list, there's quite a lot to do with fire and eating.
Yes, me too.
Yes.
There's a lot of eating going on my list.
A
lot of nummies.
A lot of nummies in the nummies.
But so I think I've only barbecued meat like twice. It's very much like a dad thing to do. Stood by the outside with a barbecue, staring at meat. But it kind of really, really appeals to me. It's almost like an art form. When I see the men, grilling meat outside. I mean, they're concentrating. Nothing's happening. It's just meat turning from pink to brown. But it really does make me think, yeah, I want to be part of that world. And I like the smell, and I like the end product, and I like whopping it on someone's plate.
Yeah.
There we go. I made that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about that though, which is not on the list, is cleaning the bloody grill afterward. It is so annoying, and you always leave it until the next year.
Yeah.
Because it's under the barbecue, and then you go, oh, I know about May time. You're like, oh, it's a bit. Oh, the weather's lovely. Let's have a barbecue. You open up, and there's one burnt sausage that's been there for about 9 months. All wrinkled. And all this like congealed. And then you're like, oh God, I have to clean the flipping grill. And the grill doesn't fit in the sink. And I'm wearing a lovely white linen top, which white linen top is on my It's
Me too.
crisp, ironed.
Mine's an ironed, crisp bed sheet.
Ooh, yes.
Although I never iron a bed sheet, I'm going to try it one day.
I
It feels
don't know
like a
if
task of.
Well, I don't own an iron.
Oh.
No, or an ironing board. I got to my 30s and I was like, I don't ever want to iron anything ever again, so I won't. And I threw them out.
Well, do you know what? Because we don't iron.
We don't iron anything.
However, something that I've been wanting for years, because when I used to work in a particular clothing shop, did it all the time. I used to steaming
Yes.
clothes is one of the nicest. I used to get piles of clothes that were lovely. I used to scrunch them when my manager wasn't looking and be like, "Oh no, I need to go steam." I loved it.
Yeah, but there is something about wrinkling.
It's amazing.
Anti-wrinkling things.
Yeah, unwrinkling.
Unwrinkling.
Unwrinkling things.
I think it's called ironing.
I think so. I think so. Yes,
Is
I do
that
love
on your
that.
list then? Like steaming?
Yeah.
Because you can get...
And on my Amazon list, which I haven't got yet.
Oh, you can get a steamer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
was
get
gonna
these
buy
little
one
mini
last month.
steamers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to, when I worked
tiny.
in a charity shop, it was my job at one stage. I was chief steamer, and the horrible clothes used to come in a big black bag.
It's a bit smelly.
Yeah, it's a bit
Steaming.
sort of everything was just chucked in a black bag, and then I'd hang it up and I'd steam everywhere. Oh,
Wait, so it just come straight in? You don't wash them; you just steam them.
I mean,
guess
you
what
don't.
can
Yeah,
you
you
do?
don't have a
Well,
washing
where
machine
can you
in
wash?
there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true.
I love going. Actually, I think charity shopping is you don't need anything. You're not particularly looking for anything. You can always find a steal. That is a definite pleasure.
Oh,
You're like,
isn't it?
but the first thing you do is you wash it.
Well, it should come washed already.
But no, why?
I don't know who's
I mean,
emptying their laundry basket into a bag and dropping it outside a.
Anything that I
charity
give
shop.
to charity has been washed. It hasn't been worn and then gone, I don't like that. Give it to charity. It is washed, but
You should do.
I
Yeah.
think you should always wash charity shop clothes.
I mean, nothing. We did check everything for like stains, etc., and they would just get thrown out or
Well, I
wrapped.
think a lot of it might have come from, house clearance, where maybe that, say, a jumper had been washed, but it's been in a wardrobe
With
for
mothballs.
4 or 5 years.
Oh, that's fine though, because although it smells mothy and whatever,
Yeah.
it's not dirty per se.
No, I would just err on the side of caution and just give your charity shop purchases a wash.
Yeah, it's a
Just give them a
courtesy
bit of
rinse.
respect.
A courtesy
Yeah.
rinse. Also, when I worked there, a lot of dead people's clothes would come in, and that would my paranormal. I've got a paranormal lobe, I call it, in my brain, where anything dead, I'm immediately like it's haunted. So
Yes.
suits, and there was dresses, and I thought I'm hanging this up, but you are going to buy that, and you're going to be cursed for no reason.
Yes. Anyway, this is 100 pleasures.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to, so I've got 80 written down, and I'm actually going to hand mine to Sam. Just have a little wee look. And if there's any ones that you're like, what is that? You can, so this is my book being held.
It's a book.
While you're perusing, should I
Yes.
say another one?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. Cat and dog beans. You know what that is? Not beans.
Pause.
are?
Pause.
The pads
pause.
on the paws. I obviously I don't. The cat community has shunned me.
Hang on. Yes, we have.
Oh my god!
But now we can say is cats that go outside you've been shunned by, because the indoor ones
They
haven't spoken
haven't.
to each other.
Well, they haven't got the memo.
No.
Yeah.
As soon as that cat is allowed outside,
Well, like
she's
our,
all-
the new cat. She hasn't gone outside yet.
No, she hasn't
She's too
received-
little. She's not an indoor cat. She just needs to be sort of
Yeah.
have her jabs and be spayed.
Thank God she hasn't
But
received
she
the cat mail.
she hasn't got the cat memo of like we must hate Johnny.
Yes.
So she was very merrily sitting on
She
your
really
lap.
was. She was lovely.
Your face.
Well, no.
So I love her. Yeah.
Sorry, someone did say to me recently, and I might have got this completely wrong, but because a lot of the cats that you meet in public that give you the look like, I'm going to let you come towards me, and then put their butt in the air to you. I think this was, when was it yours the other day? Apparently that is a sign of affection.
Oh really? Here's my bumhole.
Yeah,
Hello.
I can't remember exactly why it was, but like they put it up and they're like, hey.
Oh.
Do you think it's like a tail swish and a hay?
But why, when my hand goes out to stroke said cat runs?
I mean, it might be you looming over them, to be honest.
It could be.
With the excited look in your face.
The creepy sort of manic laughing and sweating as I approach the cat.
And sort of maybe it's the fact that your hand is sort of like a claw as well, which is, their mortal enemy, which an eagle or something to kind of get them. And they're like, ah! What is this claw?
And as I get closer, I sound like a balloon releasing air.
Yeah.
Like that. Maybe.
I think it possibly could be that.
Could be. But cat beans and dog beans are the little pads on their feet. I love
Do you remember
them.
Ted, who was my old cat?
Yes.
The ginger one.
He had lovely little beans.
Oh, I used to tickle them as well, the fur in between.
The fur in between. Oh, my nan had 2 schnauzers, and then after we'd take them out for a walk in the woods, we'd have to feel in between the beans to make sure there's no seeds caught in there, which could grow and hurt the feet. But they would give me their little feet. Here, have my dainty feet and feel my beans.
Do you know what? I've just thought about this. I quite often Loosey Goosies, we've got a new cat, and she is very, very sweet. She's still a kitten, and she's a lap cat, which I've owned a few cats over the course of my life, but I've never had a lap cat. And she's so sweet. She comes and sits on it, and I naturally hold her paw. So we're holding hands. Well, hand and paw.
I love that.
And I think it is because I just like the little beans.
Do you feel the beans?
I feel the beans.
So for me, it's a rarity that barely ever happens.
Yeah, that is a pleasure. If you're feeling sad, go and find an animal and stroke its feet.
Yes. There's little beans.
That's a pleasure.
It's amazing how trusting they are. They just held up their paw like, yes, you may feel the beans.
Yeah.
It's very regal, isn't it?
Yeah. I've just thought of one that I've got on my list that Sam is reading now. But it's the other extreme, so it's quite an expensive one, but I want to do it. And it is to go to Iceland and sing Ya Ya Ding Dong in the Ya Ya Ding Dong bar.
I just read you saying that Eurovision parties, which kind of goes hand in hand.
Yes, Eurovision.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go
that
to
be
that
amazing?
bar in Reykjavik.
Husavik.
Husavik.
Yeah.
Find it and sing Ya Ya Ding Dong.
Yeah.
God, wouldn't that be amazing?
And then go whale watching.
Yeah, and then which I think is another
It
one
is on
on
your
my
list.
list. Yeah.
Go whale watching.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So these are like a
thick
big
knitted jumpers and hats.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Very, very Icelandic.
Icelandic. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
A lot of like hygge, sort of coziness, definitely.
Oh my god, I'd love to.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
It's the only one that I've kind of popped out at me like, what on earth is that? Mani Paddy? What is that? Have I completely mispronounced that?
No, a mani-pedi. I love the fact that you... It's a manicure and a pedicure.
Oh!
A mani-pedi.
Mani-pedi.
Sam.
I was like, what is this?
What is
A mani-pedi.
I recognise everything
A
else.
mini-pedi. Mani-pedi.
Manicure, pedicure, mani-pedi.
I've only had about 3 in my life.
I've never had one.
They're
either.
really, really nice. I get them... So I get gel...
I'm going to pass this to Jonny, by the way.
Tips. So gel, it stays longer on. I'm not
French tips.
Not French tips. I'm not very girly, as you probably know. So I do it once a year for my birthday, and I love them. It stays for about 3 weeks.
Acrylics?
Oh, that very vibrant
It's
colour
like,
you have.
yeah, it's like gel.
Yes.
I think it's a different type, and you have to put it under like a flashy light.
A UV light.
A
yeah.
UV light, and it says the problem is I rip it off with my teeth after about 3 weeks. You're supposed to take them off properly. I do not. I'm like, rip.
Oh, Jeebus.
But the feeling of it on my nails, it feels really, really nice. And if I didn't wreck my nails so much, I'd probably get it a lot, and it's quite expensive. But it's a real pleasure. It's a real treat to have it done and have like pretty nails.
You know what? Weirdly, there is a pedicure place outside Twickenham Station, and there's a sign outside that says something like "Men's Feet Welcome" or something like that, like in big letters, "Men's Feet Welcome." And it's just played on my mind for the past 6 months, and I thought, maybe I could go in.
Yeah.
Because men's feet aren't notorious for being pretty, you know.
No, you're right there.
So I always had this like horrifying daydream that I'll turn up to a pedicure place, and they would present them with my feet, which aren't terrible, but they would just go, oh god,
And they just
man's feet.
No, because it is. I think it's predominantly quite a woman thing, but it shouldn't be at all. Like, I think everyone deserves to have a mini penny, mani penny, mini penny, a mani pepper,
Many penny. Something money penny.
Money penny. Money penny. Do you have one, Sam?
Literally one that popped into my mind actually just now because you're talking about travelling to like Iceland and stuff. One of my like goals in life is just to visit very particular volcanoes around the world. So like Mount Vesuvius. Like obviously I would love to see them erupt. Obviously the people living there don't.
from far away.
But just being there, seeing Mount Vesuvius, seeing Mount St Helens or Mount Etna and things like that would just
that would be amazing.
And a helicopter ride.
Yeah.
Or would you like to climb it? Is it like you want to be there and feeling the earth beneath your feet?
No, because my thought would be like, this is very much a still active volcano. I don't particularly want to be here.
But it'd be lovely and warming.
It would, wouldn't it?
Lovely and warming, so it just burns your lungs. No. Like I like the idea of like walking around the rim of Mount Vesuvius because like obviously it's a nice, not easy one to do, but you know the touristy stuff is there to do. But stuff like Mount St Helens, definitely would love a helicopter trip around that thing.
Yeah, so this is sort of on your kind of 100 pleasure list. This is like the kind of the really expensive lifetime goal one. I like it.
Technically, we have seen one volcano, which is Mount Fuji.
Oh yes, we did see
no,
Fuji.
did you see it?
Yeah, we saw Fuji.
Okay.
It was a bit difficult to see because lots of stuff in a way, but yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, you can see it like in Tokyo. They got something called the Sky Tree, which is like the tallest building.
Oh yes, that's where we did see it. Oh, but
Tokyo.
it was misty.
It was misty. I did see it, I think, a couple of years before it, but I think we did catch a glimpse of it.
We did on a train or something. We saw a little bit of it.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love it. So I'm
Very
going
picturesque.
to I'm going to be going to Iceland.
Nice.
Ding donging.
Nice.
In my woolly jumper.
Nice.
And whale watching. I've got lots of pleasures going on
watching.
there.
Oh, they've got that
And
very
then you're
unpronounceable volcano there.
And then we'll send you up the volcano.
Yeah.
And Johnny will just try
I'll
to
be
find
barbecuing some meat.
What, in the volcano?
Yes.
Sorry, Johnny, I've given my...
Right, passing back to Georgie. Okay, my next one is... Oh God, there's so many.
Well, why don't you just read a few off? Because I don't know, I found it quite difficult to come up with 100. I think I've only come up with 80. But actually, just to read them off and just give people ideas of like little things, big things.
Do you want a funny thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Farts that sound like it's speaking to you.
Oh, I love a good fart.
Now, sometimes...
You know it really rumbles.
God, sometimes I've done a fart and then afterwards I've gone, oh God, if only I was recording that because you could make money from that as a soundbite. It was so perfect.
Yeah,
and
I know exactly what you mean.
Some of them sound like they're saying hello to you. You know what I mean?
The ones that go up at the end are particularly fabulous.
Yes.
They're like... It's almost like it's asking you a question mark.
Yes.
And it's like, hi!
I get like 10 minutes of joy because it replays in my head. I think, God, that was a real good one. That was a ripper.
It was a ripper,
That was a... the big ones that are really pronounced and just perfect. You know, not too wet, not too dry, but, you know, a proper like... proper soundbitey one.
Proper soundbitey ones.
And I've got here ants. I love ants.
Oh my God, ants are incredible.
Love to own an ant farm.
They're so intelligent. They're so intelligent.
Is that something you could do? Because you can buy little ant farms.
I've had many over the years, many.
Have you?
But they're kind of subpar because the lifespan of a small, commercial ant farm isn't very, very much.
Okay, so what's the pleasure about ants? Is it just watching how they...
The developing of the...
construct their world and
yes,
their environment.
Yes.
Because they are very clever.
Oh God, they really are. I have a plan to make a big vertical ant farm with 2 panes of glass, thinly put. It's just finding the time and whether it's a good idea. You know, there's lots of problems with ant farms. They go mouldy, they escape, which is all of mine escaped eventually. The colonies get bigger, so you have to provide space.
Right.
Do I really want to go down that route for my pleasure? I do when I get a bigger house, but ants are just, I think they are a genius of God's creation.
Yeah, so it's watching little things.
Watching little things,
Little
but particularly
stuff.
them because they're very industrious.
Yeah.
When all three of us went to London Zoo, they have an ant exhibit where a stiff rope comes out of one section which has leaves and then goes to the nest, and it's completely uncovered, so you could touch the ants if you wanted. Probably don't advise that.
No.
But how amazing is that?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That reminds me of the praying mantises that people have as pets, and the praying mantis stays on the plant it's given.
Yeah.
It never wanders off. You won't sit down in a bathroom and find it in the bath next to you. It always stays on that plant. That blows my mind. And ants are the same. The ones that come out the nest and never deviate because they've been given this path. Love it.
There's a really cool art form thing, sculpture that comes out of ants' nests. I'm hoping the people that do them know that the nest is empty before they do it. But there are people that pour molten aluminium down into a nest, hopefully an empty nest, and then once it's cooled, they dig around it, and it's the most beautiful art sculpture.
Yes, I'd love to buy one of those.
The nest.
Amazing.
It's incredible.
You can see all the tunnels and all the chambers.
The problem, I wouldn't want a bitey ant though, because ants do bite.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
We've got one on our wall, which is a bullet ant, which is the biggest ant I have ever seen. And if that thing bit me, just no.
Well, red ants are very
Yeah.
dangerous, aren't they? Because they.
That's what I heard. I don't know if that is that true.
Well, the red
Yes,
ones
yeah.
bite quite a lot, don't
I
they?
thought
And the
they-
orange
yeah.
ones give you a nip.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought they were more.
Anyway,
Ferocious.
pleasures. Positive
Hey, some
pleasures.
people like being bitten.
Yeah.
Not me. Mine are going behind glass so I can look at them for hours. That's what I want.
Yes.
Great pleasure in that.
I've just looked at my list. I've got garden barbecues on there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should I read a few off?
Yeah,
Should I
read
give
a few.
my first 20 and just read them off?
Go on then.
Yeah.
And I'll stop you if there's any sort of anything to question.
Okay, talking to a trusted friend on the phone.
Lovely.
I love a good chat on the phone. Watching a film with buddies.
Yes.
I'm looking at you too.
We've done that many
Yeah.
times.
Calm, quiet meditation.
I'm hopeless at meditation.
Yeah. Playing catch.
Oh, haven't done that for years.
Playing 40-40 home or playing like it.
40-40 home.
Yeah, I love those
What
sorts
the hell
of
is
child.
40-40 home?
Oh my.
Wait,
God,
because
it's so
this
good.
might be a game that I know, but it's a different name.
Oh, possibly.
Is it like Knock
So-
or Run?
Oh, see, now we call it Knockdown Ginger here.
Oh, okay.
No, this is you have like a tree or something, and that is home. There's two
Oh, no,
teams,
yes.
and you've got the hiders who have to try and get to home and go
Yes, I do know
40-40
this
home,
game.
and then you have the seekers that had to chase it. It's like a cat and mouse
Yeah.
game, and I just remember it being super exciting. I played it fairly recently. I'm 42, and I played it, and I had the best time. I wasn't even drunk.
God, I've
so
not played that since I
yeah.
was like,
So good.
I must have been 10.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's like
What a
that.
great
So
memory.
yeah, playing. Okay, this is a very particular one which I only do on my birthday, and I do it by myself. I go to a particular place in London and I dress up and I take myself off there and I have a plate of oysters and one glass of proper champagne.
Ooh, very
And I
fancy.
really like doing it, and it's a thing I love doing. Going to the theatre, going to the proms, watching live music, small festivals, dancing, board games, playing cards, reading a good book, and discussing said book.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cuddling animals. So, it's the
I mean-
same. The beans. Singing in a choir, road trips, swimming in the sea, bonfires, making fires, campfires. There's a lot of fires. Okay, campfires late at night and talking rubbish to my friends.
A good
Yeah,
sit around a campfire.
sitting around a campfire.
Burning
yeah.
sticks and stuff.
Gang, gang, gully, 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 gully. I've got garden barbecues. Ceilidh dancing, which I'm going to be doing in a few
What's
weeks'
that?
time. Ceilidh. Sort of Scottish line dancing. You have a caller and stripping the willow.
I have no idea what that is.
Ceilidh's, I'll show you. Good old
Okay.
Ceilidh. Swing your partners round and round.
Is this like... Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yes, I've got banging drums. Just, I just like banging
Now,
drums.
who doesn't like to just sit there, just like whack it? Anything.
Yeah, like getting it out. Oh, Sam, you saw one on my list that you were like, I love that. Just hitting buttons.
Oh my god, hitting buttons for the noise.
Yeah,
or
just
something.
boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop. Yeah, just such a small
It's
little
true.
pleasure.
That is a very small pleasure.
Yeah.
See, I've got some tiny ones here as well. Feeding fish and feeding ducks. We've done that.
Love
Always a
feed.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Ducks are hilarious.
Go to the duck pond.
Yeah. Feed them. I once fed a duck a goose a Tic Tac.
It was a minty fresh duck.
It was.
I reckon afterwards
only
like
2
see
calories.
through time. It's like, what is this?
That duck did look at me like, what was that I've just taken? Like I'd given it an E tablet or something.
Oh, I've just seen something very like soppy. Making a podcast with Jonny and Sam.
Oh, I got that as
Oh,
well.
because so I'm actually like doing a little pleasure now.
Oh, we're doing one.
I'll be very honest, I didn't have that on my list, but I do enjoy you guys very much.
Oh, thanks, Sam. I do enjoy
Just
you
like-
guys.
No, I do. I was like trying to do this list the other day, and I was like,
It is, but it's interesting. It's actually really difficult. Like this took me
It
a
is.
few weeks to kind of define, and I've only got to 80. Sorry, I thought I read something in it that I was like, drinking my own what? No. I've got driving to Scotland in an RV and travelling around with different buddies joining me for only 3 days at a time.
Ooh, that would be
3
fun.
days I need to go away. I can't spend more than 3 days with one person
In a camper van.
in a camper van.
Yeah, death may occur
Yeah,
on the
I know.
4th day.
Owning a golden retriever called Toast.
Oh.
Which I think was your name, actually.
It is up there. I was like, oh,
I've
that's
stolen
lovely.
it. Stealing good names from friends. Small pleasure.
Having a Monica and Rachel moment there. I was like, okay, I see. That's right, we've got a backup name, it's fine. I'm not going to tell you what it is now.
Yeah. Jules.
Yeah.
Jules.
And this one is, I've got finding stuff on the Thames shoreline, which is mudlarking.
Oh, mudlarking.
Oh, yes,
Yes, mudlarking. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was
you got
going to
so
say
excited your brain stopped.
Yeah, mudlarking. But loads of words came at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm holding in my hand right now, I'm holding a rusty bolt, which was part of a pier that had fallen into the Thames.
And just looks like a very small erect willy.
It does a little bit,
That's
doesn't
if
it?
you want an image.
A very
They-
rusty willy.
I did wonder what you were holding.
Yeah, that's from one of the piers that fell into the Thames in the 1800s at some point.
Nice.
And so on the Thames shoreline you will find animal bones, a lot of animal teeth, because that's where the butchers used to throw.
Pipes as well, lots of
Many pipes. Yes, I found quite a few of those. Quite rare to find a full. They're very long, aren't they?
Oh, the long
Spindly.
thin one, yeah.
Yeah. You can all kinds of things. Coins, Victorian shoes, you name it. Londoners chucked it in the river, and they're
I
still
love
there.
that. See, that is something that doesn't cost any money,
No.
and it just gives you pleasure.
And all along the Thames as well are bars and restaurants. So once you're finished,
You
Head
can
in,
go-
Jump
yeah.
in.
jump in,
Yes.
go for a
Fall
swim.
in.
Well, no,
Oh,
that
no.
is swimming in nature. That's on the list.
I wouldn't mind doing that, swimming in the Thames, but maybe further up where it's cleaner. Like
Yeah,
past
I've got
the lock.
foraging. That's not quite the same, but like there's something about like I used to love going blackberry picking,
Oh yes.
but I haven't done it for so many years. It's like something that I used to love doing. It's such a small thing, and then making like I absolutely cannot stand cooked fruit, but I can eat jam.
Okay.
jam.
Is that because it's like cooled down since?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
What else have I got here? I've got skipping stones and skipping stones on ice,
Yeah,
which was
or
a recent
sound.
thing we did.
Because we did it. We went and we were skipping stones on a frozen lake a
In
few months
Wimbledon,
ago.
yeah.
And the sound that it
Beautiful.
makes, it's really interesting. It almost sounds like it's out of space. Like,
Yeah, it's like an echo.
Yeah, nicely put.
yeah.
Yeah, like a laser, like some sort of laser beam.
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
Here I've written haunted hospitals.
Yeah, I was
What?
curious about that.
Why
Well-
is that a pleasure?
So we watch a lot of paranormal stuff, and a lot of it for me is kind of blasé. Yeah. Haunted house, been there, done that. That barn's haunted, seen it about 50 times.
Yeah.
Haunted hospital, where people are born and die, now it's abandoned and all the equipment is still there.
Yeah.
lock the door, turn the phones off, turn the lights out, pass me a gin. We're watching this through twice.
No, not really. Oh no,
Love it.
I don't like being scared, as you know. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
So I don't know that. That is not on my list.
Just a haunted hospital. I mean, I don't like hospitals. Lots of bad stuff happening there, and some good stuff, I guess. But the idea that it's abandoned and all that human energy and history is in it, it just tickles everything that I love about the paranormal.
Is it any kind of hospital, or is it like medical hospital, or is it asylum, or is it like everything that encompasses?
Oh no, it has to be a medical hospital. Asylum, okay. You piqued my interest there, but
is it? So the pleasure comes from? Is it the pleasure comes from being a little bit scared?
A little bit scared, a little bit unknown entity.
Okay.
It's an unknown quantity, rather.
Yeah. And is it the pleasure that you're watching it from your own sofa, or would you like to be there? Was that too far?
I would like. Do you know what? I'd like to see myself in that situation to see what would happen, and then I can answer you and say no, I'm staying home, or yes, I'm going in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to try.
Well, I think this is why people go and see scary films, but it's pleasurable for people because I think Sam, you said something so interesting. You're like, everyone deserves.
Oh, this comes from Janet Leigh in Halloween H2O. Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Once a year.
I mean, technically once a year, but I mean, once a day, once a week, just to get your
maybe because it just makes your heart pumping, makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
You actually realise as well that you are incredibly safe.
Yes.
You're watching something that's scary, you jump, but you're like, I'm actually really safe. I'm in a cinema, I'm at home with my friends, with a nice cup of tea or glass of wine.
The funny thing is about like urban exploring, which is technically what that is, when we watch it.
Yeah, I love urban explorers. Big respect to them.
Yeah, I'd love the idea of doing it, but whenever we watch them or things like that, when they're looking for ghosts and that kind of stuff, but when real people come into it, that's when I'm like, do you know, that's why I don't want to do it.
Well, yeah, a lot of homeless are hiding in there.
Other creepy human beings. But anyway, but the pleasure side of it though.
But I just it just tickles my fancy. I don't know. Haunted houses are great, etc. But a haunted hospital, where particularly where the staff.
You should see Johnny's eyes. They're like twinkling at the moment.
I just love it, particularly when the staff are still around who used to work there, nurses, doctors, etc. Oh no, and they have stories. I just love it because it lends credibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see it. I mean, it's obviously not mine, but it doesn't have to be mine. But I love the fact that you're like really excited about this. I can see it, and you're holding your heart. Like I can't wait.
Can you imagine if like St George's ever closed down and became a derelict building? Oh my god, how spooky would that be?
Yeah, it would.
But you know the weirdest thing I find about these shows though is like, or that kind of environment is a lot of the time it just seems like people have just got up one day and just left. Like there's no like.
Isn't that strange? Yeah.
Technically, it should be like a gradual. People are like, the hospital's going to close. We're going to leave. It just always looks like everyone's just got up one day and gone woof, and left everything.
Yes. Well, didn't we see one where half of the hospital had closed and the other half had turned into an old folks' home? So
yes.
There was I know. Isn't that crazy? And there was a definite divide down the building where they'd locked the hospital doors, which had windows in them, and all the lights were off in that section.
Terrifying.
And then, so there's no stopgap between the hospital and apart from that door, so the old folks could look into the hospital.
Yeah.
There's many of those doors that were locked off. Yeah. Terrifying. All the equipment is still there.
Right. So I know what I'm dressing up with for my next Halloween. I'm going to come as an abandoned hospital. Just
quite a big costume.
Because I've literally looked at my list and it says dressing up for Halloween is one of the things that I love. And I love dress up and I love making a thing.
Yes.
But something that it would give me even more sort of pleasure if it kind of made sense to someone else, and they're like, "That's very clever.
That's good." Yeah,
I've come in as
I love it.
I've made a cardboard box for a head, and I'm an abandoned hospital.
Well, speaking of it, just very recently, Jaden Smith went to an award ceremony with like a version of Hogwarts on his head.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, I mean, it was an homage to
absolutely ridiculous.
It was an homage to another costume from
Harry
decades
Potter
ago.
and Hogwarts is scattered throughout the Central Pleasure list. Yes.
You want to be a wizard, Harry?
Well, yes, it would be make things easier.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to just put a person on a list?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Who's your person?
My person is Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Did not expect that. I don't know what name I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Really?
Do you know who Chun-Li is from Street Fighter? Chun-Li
was awesome.
is from China. She's obviously a cartoon video game character. Slender, muscular legs, bare legs, and she had a little skirt.
She had the little pom-poms.
Little pom-poms in her hair.
Gosh,
she was fierce. She was fabulous. She was scary, dominant. Her main thing was this super kick, which was she would kick so fast her leg would be a blur. Kick, 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 kick. Very cool.
Right.
No, was that her? No, she did a spinning.
So
did she do a spinning thing?
So the pleasure part of it is that you want to be her, or you admire her, or you want a poster of her.
Do you know what?
Or do you want to play Street Fighter?
When I see her, which is very rare now, she's still a legend, but you don't really see Street Fighter stuff too much. But when I see her, it does bring childhood happiness to me.
Oh, I love that nostalgia.
Yeah, I like powerful women as well, and she is certainly that. She is iconic as well to look at.
Yeah.
She's almost like, sometimes when I look at drag queens, like Trixie Mattel, for example, I think, wow, that look and your aura is all encompassing and ticks all my boxes. When I look at Chun-Li, I feel the same. I'm like, yes, she is divine and she is perfect.
Oh, wow, we need to get you a poster.
Oh, I would have a I would have one. She's so good. She's got the pom-poms and I love the pom-poms in the hair.
It's interesting. I don't actually have people, but I definitely, there's a few sort of ones that I know who I want around me. So one of them, and it is actually you too, it's eating really posh cheese in a wooden panelled pub with a crackling fire and a really, really expensive glass of red wine. And it's such an image, and I've done that before.
Yeah.
It's something that I wouldn't do all of the time. It's such a treat. And there are certain people that I know in this sort of pleasure fantasy in my head I would want with me.
That's lovely. I've almost got that, except add meat to that as well, like a meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese, yes, like a charcuterie board.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it's interesting, like dumplings. There's something about dumplings at particularly ping pong and walking along the South Bank. And again, I've got different.
Say that again. Dumplings, ping pong.
There's a restaurant called Ping Pong, and they do really good dumplings, and it's by the South Bank, and I love the South Bank. But I've got slightly different people with me because it's a slightly different vibe. Yeah. It's really interesting.
You know dumplings, do you mean like the steamed ones, or do you mean those ones that go on top of a stew?
No, oh, hang on, I need to write another pleasure. I love a good stew. Oh, there's something
so does Sam.
Stew
Sam loves a stew.
and a woolly jumper and just yummy, pleasurable yumminess.
Like a proper nice, thick kind of. Well, it's not gravy, is it? But it's that kind of juiciness that's in there.
Well, it's the suet, isn't it? You make suet dumplings.
Honestly, the dumplings, I could just go to town on dumplings every time I go home. My mum makes a stew, and then dumplings.
Let's have a stew and dumpling day.
Oh my god!
I think for all our faces, a day of it. Let's make a day of stew and dumplings, because all our faces were like, "Oh my god, that's a pleasure. It needs to go on the list." I didn't know it was a pleasure. We can make it happen.
Yes. Yes. Dumpling day.
A dumpling day.
Oh,
brilliant! But you were speaking about the other ones. The
ones that come in the kind of bamboo steam boxes.
Oh, bao buns.
Not bao buns. You can get them. They're dumplings. They're sort of squishy.
I know what you mean, but the name
Japanese
has left my head.
Dumplings.
You get them from
Gyoza.
That's it. Yeah.
Or you can get the ones that sort of look like little.
They swirl. They're swirled slightly.
Yeah, they got the prawn ones. They're brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
But ping pong particularly does.
I've never been there.
It's really it's nice. So I have
You got what?
I love the
Read me
list.
the food ones you've got.
Oh my goodness! Hang on, they're kind of scattered around. Yeah, oysters, which I've already said. Cheese, champagne, dumplings, Cheese seems to feature quite a lot, actually.
I've got cheese here as well.
Lots of cheese and lots of things with fire. Camping.
You said that earlier, that you got to think about fire in there.
Yeah, lots of things. I mean, it's a particular, like, sparklers. That's on the list.
Oh yeah, I love
sparklers.
sparklers.
Yeah. Love sparklers.
I love the smell of sparklers.
Yeah.
Like, particularly the smell. I don't know what it is.
And that's such a kind of candlelit dinners, so like candlelight.
Mm-hmm.
Sam wrote down chicken wings.
Oh, yes.
I did.
We need to be sending down Streatham High Road.
Honestly, I think it's, over the years, I think I've discovered that, like, I love my roast dinners, I love pork belly, all that stuff, but give me chicken wings.
Is that your number one?
Yeah.
Oh,
But they have to be like, it's really odd to describe a chicken wing as it, but with the skin and stuff, has to have like a crunch to it on the outside, and then just get into the meat.
It's hard. It's really difficult, isn't it, to get the perfect chicken. I can't even
But
say
not
it, chicken
boneless.
wing.
yeah.
Have to have the bone in there.
Yeah, I seem to just recently in the past year, I've always been disappointed. Something is off.
Do you know what?
It has to be double fried, maybe. I don't know.
I went. I went randomly. I was traveling home, and went into a popular supermarket, and they just had like one of those little ovens on the side that had barbecue chicken wings in there. Honestly, £2.50, some of the best chicken wings I've ever had. Really
Interesting.
random.
Amazing.
Really random.
Crispy?
Yeah, they were.
Ooh.
Crispy. It wasn't spicy barbecue. It was just nice, sweet
Succulent.
barbecue. Just sat there on the train.
A succulent chicken,
Yeah,
crispy nummies. The nummies.
the Nummies. And you can tell there were people around being like, "Oh my god, what is that smell?" And it's like, I do not care that you're there.
Was that when we saw you and you were like, I've just had some chicken wings and they were amazing?
Yes,
Yes,
actually, no, it
yeah.
was because I can't remember.
You looked
I
so
remember coming.
satisfied. Your face was full of pleasure.
I think I was coming round. Yeah. Do you know what? I think I was coming round yours for dinner, and I was like, I need a little something because I haven't eaten all day, and then I had them on the way.
Yes.
And yeah, just amazing.
Oh, don't overheat it. That was it.
It was that. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was so jealous because you're cooking, which is not a pleasure of mine. You're cooking and you're really hungry and you get really hangry
really nice
while
of you to
you're
say.
cooking. You're like,
Yeah. Quickly bouncing back to people, by the way, because I did have a person,
Go on.
David Attenborough.
Oh, ovs.
I think he might be my favourite human being on earth.
oh,
Obviously, probably for many people.
yes, it's his voice. That is a definite pleasure. Like
Yeah.
I could listen to him reading to me
Yeah.
or talking to me or like telling me something interesting, and I just melt. I immediately just, if I'm feeling a tiny bit stressed, just listening to that man's voice, and I'm like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
It's the voice. It's the mannerisms when you watch him, like on a TV show. Because no presenter has his kind of the way that he's moving his arms. Like he's very much unique
Yeah.
in that sense. And then it's also like just the sheer passion behind what he's saying.
Yeah.
Is you just there like,
He's such a good egg
Forget
as
everything.
well.
huh?
He's such a good egg.
Yeah, he really is.
He really is. It's going to be sad.
Is he? Oh,
David.
David Attenborough.
I mean, the fact he's called David is a complete surprise because most of the Davids I know are absolute numpties. Sorry if your name's David.
God, we do like to offend whole groups.
I
of people,
do.
don't we?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Keith.
Our
Keith.
poor Keith episode, all the thumbs down.
All
we
the
got
thumbs
for that.
down,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, we still
No, I
won't
still
change our
don't.
mind.
I will never change my mind about that name.
Oh, talking about chicken wings.
Yeah.
In Disneyland in Tokyo, we had a turkey leg. You can buy a turkey leg.
Oh.
It was humongous.
Yes, it was.
It was I mean, like bigger than my fist. It was massive.
Well, turkeys are they're big birds.
Big. This was a big bird.
Do you remember it
was
looked
succulent.
incredible.
Did you not like it?
No.
I loved it.
No. What's
What's wrong with it?
Because in my mind it wasn't, because you know when we've seen like Hook, the movie Hook.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Smee is like proper chomping into a bit of like a leg of, whatever leg it was. Looked so succulent and amazing. And then I had this image, I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, I want one. I got it, and then obviously it's turkey.
Oh,
It's
turkey is a dry
turkey.
bird.
And it was just like,
yeah.
oh. But it looked phenomenal. But if you liked it, that's
I
great.
loved it. It was singed a sort of red colour.
Yeah.
And I always think about that, the way it was just red.
Maybe
for
that's
some
it. Maybe I
reason.
just thought it was a different animal. And got
Maybe
excited.
you thought it was a chicken leg. I don't know, but you just held it like a
Beast of the
Neanderthal.
chicken if it was.
Yeah. Just everyone was like holding their turkey legs like a Neanderthal and just. It was just so nice. We watched the parade.
It's not on my list, but I've just thought of another one. I'd love to go to a Renaissance fair and dress up as a fairy tale creature.
Yeah.
And drink a flagon of mead.
Flagon.
A flagon. And eat a drumstick of a big animal, like a pig. In one hand and a flagon of mead in the other, dressed as some sort of, I don't know, mid-century fairy wench.
Oh,
there's such an image, and I just sort of like, yes, that's going on the list.
That reminds me.
I will make it happen.
They do a who's that? What's that David Bowie film we like?
Oh, Labyrinth.
Yeah, they do a labyrinth dress up.
Oh, the masked ball.
The masked ball.
Yes, they do.
I'd love to
Yeah,
attend that.
I mean, because dressing up I love dressing up.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm gonna post a picture on Patreon of us at Halloween.
There's also
as Dracula,
yes,
Easter Bunny.
Yes, Johnny decided to confuse all the children that were trick-or-treating because he dressed as the Easter Bunny. Sam was Dracula, amazing. I was a skeleton, a multicoloured skeleton, and our mutual friend was a pumpkin who looked so
gorgeous.
Good.
Yeah,
she looked so good.
I'm going to post it on Patreon.
Yes.
You said something about, oh my god, hang on, Halloween, dressing up, Labyrinth. There's a cinema that we love in central London who show more like the older films, like original cuts. Every time they show Labyrinth, people it's kind of grown into people are expected to dress up for it, like you go into the masked ball. I really want to go, but I don't want the effort of having to dress up.
That particular cinema is doing the Rocky Horror Show.
Oh.
I think, yeah.
Oh, everyone will be
Mr. Sweet transvestite. Woo! Yeah, brilliant. The anticipation.
Oh,
that's what a sexy line.
I'm adding him to the list. Tim Curry.
Yes, Tim Curry, just a man.
My God.
Yeah.
So good. Shall I have a future one?
Yeah, future. Like it's important that you have goals as well.
I think so. I mean, this is not really a goal, but it's kind of it's a double one. So number one is to grow an avocado plant from this avocado seed that I had.
I did wonder what that was actually.
Yes, I have attempted it several times and they've all gone mouldy, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. And the second one is to grow. Now we all went to Kew Gardens and I saw a dandelion flower. I didn't realise that they are. It's not a tree, is it? But we saw one that grew a dandelion. But it had a trunk on it.
What had you eaten? I can't remember this.
Yeah, in one of the
it does look.
in one of the conservatories, there was a dandelion that had
yes, you're
grown,
right. It was
and
really
it had
big.
it had a thick trunk on it, and then it was the roots, and it was tall. It was a dandelion.
Not the bonsais.
No, it was in the bonsai
Exhibition.
house, but it was. But yeah, there was a. So I want to try that.
And it wasn't the metal sculptures outside.
What, sorry?
The metal sculptures of
yes,
dandelions outside.
And you were sober, weren't you,
Yes,
Johnny?
have you got two memories and squish them together and come out with your own memory that isn't real?
No, do you know what?
It's happened.
I've got a vague recollection of this.
It just
This is
fascinated
like one of the
me.
really hot little conservatory things,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah, it was.
They're not even conservatories, are they?
It was amazing, but I'd love to try and grow sort of non-native avocado next to a dandelion.
Yeah, that's amazing. Planting flowers and watching things grow is on my list. I think that would probably be on quite a few people's lists because lots of people love gardening. Is a reason why. It's very satisfying to be like, this little seed and I have a courgette.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
And now I have many, many more and I don't know what to do with them.
To my knees. We used to grow potatoes when we were growing up, and in the end, my mum was like, "I'm just sick of these measly little dirty potatoes, just hundreds of them," and we insisted on her cooking them all the time.
I know, but like what you know, variety is the spice of life, right? You can't have one whole blooming summer of courgettes. I did everything: courgette jam, courgette pie, courgette soup, courgette. Oh God, it was
such a wet sausage thing, isn't it? It's so
I do,
so
and I
wet.
love courgettes. I love them. not for a season.
Too much.
It's too much.
Too much.
Too much courgette.
You never thought you'd say that ever.
No, courgette spaghetti. It's courgette spaghetti.
Have you got another one, Sam?
I mean, I think the one that's I guess at the top of my list of something that I want to do, a bit like volcanoes, because I've never seen it properly, is the Milky Way.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it's like stargazing, but seeing the Milky Way,
Yeah.
is
I've
like
never seen it.
on my ultimate list of things to do. I'd love to like get out there, obviously, but we're born in the wrong.
Where can you see the Milky Way from? Is it more you need to go where the Northern Lights are and stuff?
Yeah, I think like one of the, I guess, as far away from cities as you can get.
Well, leave me in the Yaya Ding Dong bar.
I mean, do you know what? Going
I'll
somewhere
see
like
you in a few days.
going somewhere like Iceland, I guess, or
Do you not see it from here, the UK, in a dark area?
No, like I know. Whenever we've gone like down to the south of England to like visit family and stuff, like when you get like proper out in the countryside, you can see almost like there's a very faint something going across the sky. So obviously that's it.
Yeah.
But I want to see it like
You're excited.
clear.
Yeah.
No, yeah, literally, I'm like, I just want to like because whenever we go to like visit my dad or something like that, obviously like being in the countryside, you can see more stars when you get outside of London.
Of course, yeah.
But it's not quite what I've seen other people see of the Milky Way.
It's not Instagram.
It's not Instagram worthy.
Oh, you want that gigantic sort of sprawling...
I
very
literally want to see
clear-
that band of stars in the middle, which is like, because obviously we're looking at the Milky Way from the side, like, because we're in it.
Oh,
I want to see that.
I don't know if it gets that clear with the naked eye.
It does,
it?
yeah.
No way. No, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
And honestly, people that don't get fascinated by stars, it's like people that don't have books in their home. Like, I think, well, obviously they kill people. Obviously, you're not normal. It's the same with
Books
people that
are very pleasurable.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
understand people who
books
don't
and
have
libraries.
Books are the smell of a new book.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
There's one book I've like when the Titanic movie came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Obviously other places have them. I was about to say the name of the shop, but they had a book of the Titanic. It's like a cross section, like a really nice, crisp, giant book. That still, although I've had it since then, it's still when I open it up has a new book smell when I get right in there.
You know what? I like when you get a new book and it's a picture book.
Yeah.
And you open the pages for the first time and it slightly crackles where they've joined.
Yes, with the ink slightly stuck.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? Oh my gosh.
Apparently, though, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and they were saying that the chemical that they use now to print things, that you don't get that new book smell.
What?
Yes, what?
They've changed the formula?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
Okay.
guess there's one way to
Yeah.
counter it though. There's a perfume. I mean, I guess there's a lot of perfume places, but there's one you can go where they literally will make a perfume of your favourite smells, like book smell and stuff like that.
they can make a book smell.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a candle at home it's called Old Bookshelf, but it's really, really nice to smell, but it's not quite the new book smell.
Yeah.
It's the new book smell that's the
Oh.
pleasure. The old book smell is comforting and nice, but it's not a pleasure.
Oh, shall I finish up with just a random one?
How many minutes have we got left?
We've done about 55 minutes.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Once you get going,
Oh.
you go on and on and on
I
about
know.
pleasures.
In fact, I'm just gonna say two. Now not all homes had this, but there was like a coiled spring that stuck on behind the door.
Oh yeah.
The twangy,
Yes, the boingy.
the boingy twangy thing.
The
yes.
boingy coney thing.
Door
Yes.
stop.
I mean, if you want to get technical on us, sure.
I thought you were struggling to find the word.
Yes.
Sorry. I was dredging my
No,
brain.
sorry, there's me like dragging it. The boingy twangy thing.
It's exactly what it is, the
No, it
boingy
is.
tangy thing.
Yeah.
Incredible. Mwah, you don't see them anymore. I tried looking for
No.
them. I couldn't find one. So that's one of my mini ones. But one of my big ones, which makes me think I'm possibly higher on the autistic spectrum than I would like to be, is Jonathan Creek.
You love Jonathan Creek.
I am going to confess something here. I have watched Rush.
Okay.
Rush. I cannot say that word. I have watched Jonathan Creek maybe 800 times plus. Yeah.
So it's like your comfort blanket.
Could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Do you think it's because you're watching things like Scary Hospitals though? And then you're like, oh God, I'm a bit scared. I need a bit of Jonathan Creek in my life.
Gosh, I don't know. I was on the tube and there was a poster for Netflix, and this was a couple of years ago, and it said on there, I can't remember what show it was, maybe it was The Crown or something, and it said someone in London has watched The Crown, what was it, 97 times in a year, and that was like a statistic. It was an advert.
What?
Yeah. And then I thought, oh my God, because it was on Netflix, Jonathan Creek, I thought, oh my God, if they just looked into my history, they could have said Jonathan Creek.
Well, there are people who do know, like the Bee Movie. There was the thing about the children's movie, the Bee Movie.
Yes.
It had been watched something like 360 times in a year. You know.
I mean, I've got that whooped.
Yeah.
Honestly, it may be up to 1,000. Also, Death Becomes Her. I think possibly 400, maybe 500 times.
Oh, it's a brilliant film.
But I think it's possibly an autistic trait. I don't know.
Could be.
Oh, just an over and over again satisfaction, comfort.
But it's pleasure and comfortable, and you know exactly what's going to happen. You're not being surprised by anything.
No, slightly bonkers as well for me to do that and continue to do that. I will probably watch Jonathan Creek tomorrow, followed by Death Becomes Her next week.
Yeah. But if that's it's your pleasure, so you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm getting distracted because just behind your head is a pleasure. And actually it's Sam's. And it's things in miniature.
Oh!
Yeah. It's things in miniature and side lights. I love a side
lights?
Or miniature lights. Like,
I see.
Not the main light. There's a warm, fuzzy glow.
Yes. Just for context, it's a miniature little library that you can buy. It's a book nook that you can buy and make them.
Oh God, it's so beautiful.
And it is love it.
We'll put the picture on Patreon.
Yeah, I went to an exhibition and I was there for hours.
Oh yes, we went the miniature exhibition.
Yeah, I raved about it.
Yes.
But people they had to leave me alone. They're like, Georgie, we're going to go in for some lunch now. I was like, hey, bye. Leave me in my miniatures. Yep. I was like, maybe it was like you and the ants. You know, like being a big person, watching little mini things.
There's something in it. Oh, yes,
there is something
very
in
satisfying. There's something sort of soul-affirming about it. I don't know. It's hard to put into words what that does. Probably the same thing it does to you.
It is literally like looking at you, because Sam, you did it and you made it. It's so beautiful and it's given me such pleasure and I just want to be in it. Yeah. And Sam, shall we end with one of yours?
Yes. I mean, there's two. Do you know what? So I was looking at so many of them. I was like, what do I go for? I was going to name.
Read some off.
I was going to name some of these out loud. 90s Disney, because.
Oh yes.
Of course.
When they were hand drawn, because you know.
Lion King.
Sword in the Stone. Although that's not 90s,
Sword
but
in the Stone.
That is my favourite one.
The Brave Little Toaster, was that Disney?
It wasn't, I don't think.
Oh no!
But that's really sweet.
What's happening to me?
That's very sweet. But 90s,
that was
90s Disney is like my favourite.
Oh, like Dog and Fox, Lady and the Tramp.
Yes, Dog and the Fox.
Fox and the Dog?
Fox and the Hound.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
90s correctioner there, sorry. Again, these are like very
Gully
movies. Star Trek is like my ultimate happy place.
That is your nummy.
Absolutely. That and Heartstopper, but
we need to put you in front of Star Trek with stew, with dumplings.
Oh God, honestly.
Ooh,
Johnny, if I had the money, I would let's say we have two sides of a house. All the interiors of my side.
All right, Tim Burner, Helen
No, I know.
Bonham.
I know. It's literally what was in my mind. Literally, my house would either be a mixture of that little book nook, which is like all old library worldiness.
A wooden panelled pub.
Yeah, beautiful.
Library.
Mixed with, or like hyper futuristic Star Trek style starship kind of
you could have
vibe.
like a kitchen like that. And
I would
then you
literally
go into
have a
your
room
nook.
where the windows have screens on the other side that make me feel like I am in space.
And you can touch them. Beep, boop, beep,
Yeah,
boop,
just
boop.
look out like, it's the Earth out
Yes,
there.
and you can touch buttons and they make noises.
They make beep boop noises.
Beep, boop, noises. Yes. Oh no, don't. I would never leave. Beep, be like, "Where's Georgie? She's touching buttons
She's in
again."
the beep boop room.
She's beep boop boop.
The
Last
beep boop
one,
wing.
video games.
Yes.
Just love video games.
Oh,
yeah,
A
yeah.
happy place.
But also, you're very, very good at them.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you're getting like that satisfaction as well, and that kind of validation. It's like, I know how to kill you.
I mean, I like to read. I like to watch movies, but then games let you be in it and be part of it, which is cool.
Nice.
Oh.
I want to double confirm that about video games.
Yeah.
But mine.
I'm not quite there yet.
We'll get you there. Don't worry.
But mine.
You will find this pleasurable.
Sam plays video games correctly, where I find joy in absolutely mullering every game I play.
Absolutely, yeah, and annoying everyone else because they're being really serious, and you're like, ha ha ha.
Do you know what? No, which is fascinating to watch. You and an old friend of yours, like, it's very fascinating to watch. But when you're someone who, like, I just enjoy them because I take them seriously, I got to walk away because I can't handle it.
It's like, I'm not having fun anymore.
Oh no, I need to walk away.
I don't know. I just find it pleasurable to, I don't know, ride a horse off a cliff.
It's a skill.
Consequence-free in front of everyone.
I've got, so one of my major pleasures, and it's the last one I'm going to sort of end with, is that, you know, you're so comfortable with someone that you can just laugh about anything and you just laugh and you cry of laughter to the point where your belly
Crying with
hurts.
laughter's on my list.
Yeah, crying with laughter, and you don't really know what you're laughing about, but there's so much joy that's almost crackling around you.
Oh, the hysteria.
Yeah, and it's just so funny, and someone can give you just a look and you're like, you're gone again.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Hang on, the 10 seconds that we have to be quiet before each podcast, that seems to happen where no one could look at each other.
We started getting good.
Yeah.
And
there
then
was a moment where we
started
were
to falter.
Yes, yeah. I quite like that 10 seconds, which anyone listening, that you have to do a baseline of silence, so we can get rid of the hissing noise or anything. Not that our audio is like phenomenal, but it does help slightly.
Betty.
Betty's doing her best.
Betty.
Betty the microphone.
Betty White. Sorry, person.
Oh yeah, she's phenomenal.
Legend. Carry on.
But that 10 seconds of silence is feels like a 3-minute challenge.
Where you have to hold your breath.
Yeah. It feels like a 3-minute
Literally.
challenge to, if you laugh, someone will explode kind of nonsense that builds up.
Yeah.
And it builds up almost immediately, and I'm thinking, I close my eyes sometimes and I think, can I hear Georgie sniggering? Or was that the heating turning on?
I'm usually like face towards the ceiling, like trying so hard not to laugh.
And at 9 seconds, I sort of glance at everyone, and Georgie's like buried herself in her jumper, and she's gone red. Sam is looking up at the ceiling, trying not to make any eye contact with anyone.
But isn't it so funny? Like that small 10 seconds for me is quite pleasurable because it's like the three of you are trying to do the three of us are trying to do the same things with you. Who's the best?
Who else is it? Is there someone behind the curtain?
Yeah, that and pastel colours. Sorry, just thought of another one. Pastel colours. I love pastels.
Okay, I think
Are we
we've done
done?
it. I was about to blow one up.
Do it, do it. Just blurt.
Oh,
Men.
Men. Beef Monster Munch. Okay.
Oh, knick-knacks.
Skips!
Yes. These are small pleasures.
Drumstick lollies. Okay.
John, maybe we should do this again.
Yeah, I am going to say, thank you so
Yes.
much for listening to season 2. We appreciate every single one of you, and even you from Mongolia. I can't believe you're listening to us when I can't. It's amazing.
Do you think if we speak about Iceland more, we'll get an Icelandic fan?
Oh, we don't have one yet, do we?
No.
Oh, do we have we've got 2 Finns. Tillo.
Hello. Hello.
I think I had a chat that I don't know about.
We're not in
They've
Dutch,
gone through
aren't we?
statistics.
Yes, numbers and everything that doesn't give me pleasure. As we know, hate numbers. But thank you so much for listening to season 2.
Yes,
we have really, really enjoyed doing it. We hope you've enjoyed it as well.
Oh,
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you for season 3.
In 10 weeks' time.
10 weeks. A 10-week
10
holiday.
weeks. It's bye from me, Georgie.
Bye from me, Sam.
It's bye for me, Jonny. Till next time.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the Loosey Goosies. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support us, check out our Patreon for exclusive content, behind the scenes extras and more. You can also find the link to our YouTube channel there. Until next time, stay loose.